Hi,
Hi, Frida.
hi. Unmute
Hello.
myself. It was refusing to unmute.
Ah, how
How
are
are you?
you? I'm good. How are you?
I hope you can hear me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a yes. And I got a speaker for 4 weeks. I hope. Let me find my lipstick. Are you okay?
Yeah, I am. Just have a headache for two
I
days now,
hold
but
on.
I'm fine.
All right. Are you okay? I didn't. Now I understand why I wasn't hearing.
Nah, I just have this headache for 2 days now, but I'm good. I'm good.
Are you taking anything for it?
I took it, but now I decided to stop because I'm taking medication and just like it will be too much. So I'm sticking to water and prayer.
Water helps, but maybe you
Yeah.
need some kind of break. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
All righty. Our topic
Oh, it's
today is marketing strategies for uh
procurement success.
okay. Did you see what
Just
I sent you? But maybe not yet. It's all right. There's
you
a
sent it
guy
to
who's
me?
in yeah, there's an organization that does insights and
Hmm.
they want to do a series of webinars for us to understand how to use insights for women-owned businesses. And I thought it will be good even for us so that
Hmm.
we can collect data appropriately.
Okay, yeah.
So they
I didn't
shared
see it
what
yet.
they can do 4 webinars. They sent all the information. You can look at it next week.
All right.
I thought it was a good idea. Then that way we just know July and August are taken care of.
Mm. No, sounds like
Because
a
the
great
big thing
idea.
is to collect data,
Data. Mm.
but appropriate data.
Data that
Yeah,
is
so I'm hoping.
actionable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Ella going to join us?
Yes, that I don't know if Elo is coming. I don't even know if she's aware. Let me ping her. Because I haven't heard from her.
Yeah, but she was
Oh my
sharing,
God.
sharing yesterday on the group, so I just
Okay.
assumed. I like your hair, by the way.
Really, thank you. It is 10:57. I had ordered something to drink because I have a stuffed nose and a
Oh,
cough.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm fine. Oh my God. I need to initially my there's something we drink here that has ginger, hot water,
Mm.
and oh,
Isn't it ginger and honey?
that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It just started like a joke yesterday, but it's coming on stronger and stronger,
It's the weather changes.
which is weird because people say the weather change should not. So what are we going to do? I'll do a little pep talk and then we
Yeah.
go to the
We-
website. Or
Yeah, but we have to give them also the Q&A time, and take it more on questions about certifications and registrations basis, because last
Okay.
week I felt like they had specific questions in terms of that process. So maybe we
Do you
could,
want to ask questions around the topic? Then we have more like a discussion.
yeah.
Okay, so you can do that. Let's have a conversation. I have some
Mm,
tips, but let's do the conversation thing. You do that
okay.
well and they seem to enjoy it. And
Mm,
then we see what questions they have for the website for registration and certification. And then,
yes.
okay,
Mm.
that will work. Quickly. Okay, and it's 11 o'clock.
I think we can allow people in. We have 8
Yes,
people.
let's allow them in.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How is everybody? I'll open the door.
Okay,
I'll keep an eye on the door.
no problem. Good morning, ladies. Welcome to the We Connect Business Clinics. This is our second session this month. As you all know, this program happens twice a month. So it will be the first week and then the third week of the month, we'll have our business clinics with different topics that are relevant to your business. Today is no different as we have as a topic, marketing for procurement success. We know we're all in business, we're all trying to grow and scale our businesses. And marketing is one of those criteria that we need to have it on lock. We need to have it very much aligned in order to communicate, in order to serve our clientele and our corporates better. Today, we're going to dive into this topic, and I would like to encourage everyone to interact more, to ask questions. Please don't be shy. Any question that you might have, it's not stupid, it's not it's not a question that is irrelevant. Feel free to ask and interact. Take the most out of the session. Without further ado, I'll invite our dear Regional Director Frida Winga, and she'll be sharing a few hacks onto marketing for procurement success. Frida?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jessica. When we say marketing for procurement success, I was really thinking about that topic and I'm wondering if we succeed in a procurement, we've succeeded in a sale. So definitely that is just looking at it as in what do we need to do to attract a paying client? Because many times we attract people, but they're not necessarily paying clients. So what do we need to do to attract a paying corporate bid? All right. So effective marketing strategies for procurement success involve one very key factor, building strong relationships, leveraging technology, and optimizing communication. When it comes to building relationships, why? Because people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And oftentimes we say, don't judge a book by the cover. And I often say, people are judged by the cover. Know it, know it, prepare for it, and you will win. So when it comes to developing strategic supplier relations, one, you must consider, who are you? What is your value proposition as an individual? What is your value proposition as an organization? All right. For instance, at We Connect, our value proposition is to identify, train, certify, and connect women to global corporate markets. All right. So that is our value proposition. But we are doing business clinics. So why are we doing business clinics? Because one of our value propositions is to train after we identify. And identify for training is up to you to go to our website, and you can be identified as a woman-owned business. You own 51% of your business or more. And you want to go beyond the community, you want to access corporate bids, then you get into certification. So once you identify what is your value proposition, what is your organization's value proposition, then who cares? Who cares about that? Who cares about WeConnect doing identify, train, certify, and connect? Any corporate buyer that wants, how can I say, any corporate buyer that has supplier diversity and inclusion in their mission and strategy is an organization we can partner with, all right? So after you know who you are, the next thing is look out for who can you partner with. Collaborative partnerships are critical if you're going to win bids. Because even as an organization, who is in your team, all right? Sometimes you may need people beyond your team, especially if you're a growing business, and that is all right. And that's why we have these sessions so that you can connect and network. But when you connect and network, you have to ensure that you don't trust people too quickly, and you don't burn bridges, and you don't allow what happened in the past to stop you today. Because so many things will happen in life. Some things will go well, some things will not go as well. And the things that don't go as well, we learn from them, but we don't stop doing them totally. We do them in a different way so that we can continue thriving. So the key thing about success in business is you learn how to survive, but most importantly, how to adapt so that you can thrive. So the first thing is relationships. Establish long-term collaborative relationships with key suppliers. This approach fosters trust, encourages innovation, and ensures a steady supply of quality materials. Because you don't want to have just one corporate that you're relying on. I'm in Kenya, and we had a corporate that was a big retail store. And people loved this store because they were all over the country, and they were even going into the region. And what happened is they were very good at ensuring that you get an order and every 2 weeks you get a check. It was like clockwork. So people trusted them. But the check started slowing down. But as the check started slowing down, people had trusted them. People did not pay attention. So a lot of organizations lost a lot of money, including my family. We had a baby food we used to supply to them, and we lost over 1 million shillings because we trusted them. And because we have other things that we are doing, we didn't quite notice the pinch. We just kept putting in our money. My brother would put his money, my sister would put his money, her money. And then the check stopped. And then we started seeing in the news, this retail store is having trouble. They started getting, into court cases with people because they were not paying rent and this and the other. So it is important to pay attention early. When the checks are not coming in, find another way, put a stop to it, because a sale is not a sale until there's money in the bank. Get into supplier development programs. There are many supplier development programs. We just finished one with UPS, and the one for UPS was procurement readiness for women. Some of you probably attended that. We are getting ready for Moody's Finance Your Growing Business Bootcamp. In the Moody's Finance Your Growing Business Bootcamp, they're going to be helping women-owned businesses to become credit-worthy. Why credit-worthy? As a business, as a profit-making business, you need to ensure that you're making enough money so that you can leverage other people's money. And other people's money will require you to show that you're credit-worthy or you are investor-ready. So this particular program is going to help you be credit-worthy. And when you're credit-worthy, you can get a loan. You can get, what else? You can get a loan. You can get an overdraft. So there are many forms of capital that you can get to help you in between, before the check comes, or when you get a big order and you're not able to supply it. So that program is a supplier development program that you should consider joining if you're in Nigeria, South Africa, or Kenya, because those are the 3 countries where we are currently. So look out for it. So the next thing is joint ventures and alliances. We are talking about the first thing for ensuring that you get corporate bids. Joint ventures and alliances help you to enhance mutual growth and competitive advantage. I remember one time we're doing a training bid, a big training bid for a company in the UK. And what happened is we got all the suppliers and the suppliers were training consultants. But this particular training program, something that we overlooked was investor readiness for the given sector. It was engineers, so we had to train the engineers so that they're investor ready. So we came out second, and when we went for the debrief, we were told that we were second. We did everything good in training, and the person who got the first got a joint venture partner who was an investor. So their partner was ready to invest in the businesses that were going to be trained. So we lost the deal because we didn't have money to give the people that were going to train. And we really didn't think. We were so confident and sure of ourselves in training because we had a good pool of trainers. And that is how we lost. I've never forgotten. So make sure you read everything and make sure you find people that you can partner with if you don't have all the right people in your mix. The next thing is you want to leverage digital tools and data analytics. And I'm happy that very soon we're going to be bringing you a series on how to get data, how to use data, how to make data-driven decisions. But for now, consider e-procurement platforms. Utilize e-procurement platforms to streamline the procurement process, improve efficiency, and reduce costs. These platforms facilitate better supply management and procurement tracking. Many women fear technology. And if that's one of you, you should raise up your hand. How do I know? We ask our children, our nieces and nephews to help us because we don't want to just deal with it. For instance, I don't know how to do TikTok. I have tried, I've given up, but I get TikTok videos and I watch them, but I haven't really opened an account for myself. And many people say, the way you teach, you should have a TikTok account. And I'm like, I'm coming, just hold on, all right? So when it comes to leveraging digital tools, number one, have a digital tool where you can store your documents. Two, be ready to learn how to use e-procurement platforms because most corporates are digitalized by now. So they're going to require you to put your documents on an online platform, just like at WeConnect. At WeConnect, because we work with corporates, they want to see the women-owned buyers information online. And that's why we ask you to register. When you register, you get two advantages. The first advantage is you can see other women that you can work with. You can access some training programs. We have a robust WeConnect Academy. And then you can also be found by a corporate. But a corporate will only find you if you're certified, all right? So it's important to move from registration to certification. But the bottom line is get on the platform because when we are searching for someone, we are not just going to go to WhatsApp. We have WhatsApp groups, but when you're inside the We community, there are different tools filters that you can use to find out who is there, how old is their business, what does their business do, and it makes work faster. So part of the reason of bringing these clinics is to encourage you to register on our portal, get certified, because certification is what proves to the corporate that you are credible, you are competent, and you are competitive as a business, and you're not just coming in because you're a woman-owned business, but you have every right to get a corporate bid just like the others. So make sure that you're leveraging data and you're also using data analytics to make informed decisions, just like we do. We go in there, we put Kenya, and we say registered women, all the women that are registered come up. If I put certified, only the certified will come up. And then I can see which sectors are they in. So when you get to the point of registering, you're going to be asked for some information. Be ready to do it on your laptop. It is not yet mobile enabled. So be ready to do it on a computer. Make sure you have your company documents with you because you'll be required to upload them. And somebody asked me, why do we need to upload our company documents? Because remember, the certification process is to assess that you're a formal business, is to assess that you're a woman-owned business, is to assess that you're credible, you're competent, and you're actually running your business. Then we use that data to make the information to make the decision when we come across somebody looking for work like you do. And finally, on leveraging data, automate any processes that you can. Implement automation for routine tasks such as order processing, and for you as a business owner, you can automate how to generate leads, how to follow up leads. There's something called drip marketing, all right? And also how to make payment. Do you have a website? When people click on the products on your website, are they able to buy? When they come to your website, is there something that can automatically collect their data so that you can follow them up with either more information about your business or information about a certain product or service? So I'm going to stop there, and then we're going to hear questions from you. Today, we are talking about how to position your market for access for more corporate bids. And then we're going to answer your questions around that and around anything it's a business clinic. When you go to see the doctor doesn't say, today you can only see me about your cough, or today you can only see me about your cold. So you're welcome. Back to you, Jessica.
Thank you so much, Frida. You shared so many insights, but I would like to, we're open for questions, please, ladies, and thank you for the ones that are interacting in the chat and you're sharing about your business. We encourage this behavior. Please continue and make sure that people know who you are when you leave the room. So thank you for that. So I would position your business for marketing and procurement success. We have our upcoming conference. That is one of the things. How can the businesses in the room, for instance, make themselves ready for that opportunity? Because one of the points you mentioned was building relationships, building strong relationships, and as well as joint ventures and alliances. How could they take advantage of this upcoming opportunity when it comes to marketing and positioning their brands?
That's a fantastic question. One of the things that will be happening at the conference, and the conference is going to be in October the 8th and 9th, we are going to have exhibition spaces. So one can take an exhibition spot and that they can have a couple of their samples. When you're coming for an exhibition, don't bring a whole boatload of things to sell. Come with the mind to share, to cultivate relationships, share samples, and also to know who would be interested in your products. But guess what? We are letting you know today. Today is June, and we are going in October. So you have time to do some research on our website and find out which companies are in South Africa that you would like to meet. You have time to find out, when you come for these sessions, what do women-owned businesses in South Africa need? You have an opportunity to start getting ready to join us, because when you find the organizations that you want to join, one of the days we are planning to do industry visits. So make sure you have a profile. Make sure you do your research. Don't just take things randomly. Find out from our website who are the member buyers in South Africa. What do you supply that they could need? What samples can you bring? Do you have an order? Do you have a profile? Do you have an order sheet? Do you have a website? Are you on social media? Because today, the first thing people do when you say your name, they Google you. So you can't afford to say, I'm just a small business. It doesn't matter how small you are. You need to have a domain, and your domain should read your name, not Gmail. So if you have a business, let's say your business is called Frida Owinga, you should have a domain, fridaowinga.com, all right? And if you want to build yourself as a brand, you should have your own name also as a brand. So that way, when you say your name and what your business is, if they look for you, they're going to find you, they're going to find your products. LinkedIn is a good place to be. You can start connecting with people early. We are going to put up an event page. You can start seeing who is coming so that you start making those connections early. Remember, I said that the first thing is develop strategic partnerships. People do business with people they know, they like, and they trust. And trust takes time. People trust you. There's something I call the ABCD of trust. A is for you showing ability. The B is for you showing believability, that what you're saying you can actually do. Today, we have people who speak very well, but they cannot deliver. So you must demonstrate that what you say is what you do. All right. And the next thing is C, that you can connect. You can connect. Sometimes life can be tough and you're just not in a good mood. Do you have emotional intelligence to show up and participate, irrelevant of what life is throwing at you? As a businesswoman, we need that kind of resilience. And of course, we need to be smart to have a support network of when we need to step back and somebody can step in for us. What do we need to do to replenish and refresh ourselves so that we are always showing up at a 10? Because anytime you find yourself, I don't feel like talking to people, you feel grumpy. And that's me. When I don't feel like talking to people, then I step back and so that I can refresh and refill. And I love speaking. And after I've had many speaking engagements, I have to, even when I come home, I don't want to talk to my own children. And they know I want to eat a good meal, have a shower, and go to sleep. I'll talk to you tomorrow. So now I have to manage it. Thank God they are grown and they can take care of themselves. So remember that people do business with people they know, like, and trust. They can start knowing you and liking you on social media, you posting what your business does. And I find that social media is a great tool because you can post, you can decide this month, I'm going to teach people about my business. Like WeConnect is identify, train, certify, and connect. We can talk about identifying women. One topic a week, or we can talk about the different trainings we do for women, one topic a week. Then you'll get to know us, but you need to do that for your business. Back to you, Jessica.
Thank you. Ladies, this is your moment. If you have a question, please raise your hand so we can open the floor for you. So if you have a question, raise your hand, we'll unmute you, you unmute yourself, and you can ask your question or give your contribution in this moment. In the meantime, Frida mentioned, obviously people do business with people they like, trust, but you also mentioned maintaining relationships. I believe that we've seen cases like this, we've been in positions like this where we go into relationship with a particular institution or client, and that seems like the easy part, because then comes the maintenance of the relationship, especially when it comes to marketing and communications and how our brand is positioned. So one of my questions is, what are your tricks and tips to maintaining relationships?
Okay, so before I answer that question, I'd like the women in the room to tell us how do they maintain relationships. Then we're going to get some tips from them, and I'll add some if at all necessary. So who would like to tell us how do you maintain relationships, business relationships? For everyone, I'll share one. So let's go. This is a clinic, so we are learning together. Who would like to go? You can go in the chat or you can open your microphone.
Kulani. Hi, Kulani. You can unmute yourself.
Hi, everybody. Can you guys hear me?
Very well, yes.
Okay, awesome. I think the one thing that I try and do is to keep the communication lines open, whether there's business or not. So consistently maintaining the relationship, even if there is no business to get at that particular moment in time, because when you maintain the relationship and you keep communication open, when business does come around, you're the first person they think of.
Absolutely. Keeping the communication lines open, because nobody likes a friend who just shows up when they have a need, isn't it?
No.
So you have to find ways of either you have a newsletter, you have something, you can pop in and check in with them. You can carry a little gift, a sample of what you do. You need to be careful about that though, because sometimes some organizations don't allow us to give gifts to their staff. So be creative in how to stay in touch. At least once a month, you touch base with them. Thank you.
We have a couple of also suggestions in the chat. So Terry says that she sends connect on birthdays and holidays and best wishes. That is also very personable. I like it. Helen C says that she sends Happy New Month messages. That is interesting.
I like that.
Really Tekler shares that she does customer visits, which is like the very much like old school way of building a relationship. I like it. Doris says that timely response to questions asked. So yeah, those are the comments that we got on the chat regarding how to maintain relationships. And I feel like they're all related. They're all like a part of the same strategy.
That's right.
This is Lucia. Lucia has something to say.
Yes,
Hi,
Lucia.
Lucia.
Hi. To keep relationship with the customers, it's better to, whenever you supply them products, to try to get feedback whether they like your product or not. Quality is very important, because if you don't give some feedback, sometimes you might find yourself that they have moved to someone else, whereas you give them some substandard product. And another one, most customers, they want their products to be delivered on time. It is also very important to deliver the products on time. That's all.
Thank you for sharing, Lucia. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I think somebody else was trying to speak. I'm not sure.
Yes, they said that about 6 minutes.
Okay. In the chat. In the chat, we have Bumi. Bumi says that she tries to keep track of clients' memorable moments, Happy Mother's Day, and attend social functions. And also, she uses social media platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn to chat and keep in touch. Ime says that communication for her, health tips weekly, and feedbacks. Vero shares that she likes and comments on their socials, especially LinkedIn, also mentioning them on related topics on LinkedIn. No, that is a way to grow your community.
I promised I'll share once they share. So thank you for sharing everything you have said. Plus, do you know today you have a huge opportunity to connect people in your network with each other, because people are always looking for other people. All right. So you can have a monthly activity. It can be a virtual monthly activity. It can be a monthly activity at your premises if you have an office, and then your suppliers get to meet, your team gets to meet your suppliers, and that creates a community and they get to know one another. Then that builds some likability. They like you because you're being generous, all right? But you do it in a very organic way so that you get more people coming in, more people liking and trusting you. Okay.
If anyone would like to add any more suggestions, any more tricks, please feel free to either mute yourself or post them in the chat. Oh. Okay. Bumi shares that she has a 30 minutes Ladybird brand building online workshop every 2 weeks, every 2 months on Facebook Live that keeps her brand top of mind. Bumi, if you don't mind giving us a bit of a insight on what is this 30 minutes Ladybird brand building workshop. I like the name, just want to understand more.
All right, good morning. I can't just show my face, but I can talk if you don't mind.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
All right. Good morning, madam. Good morning, everyone. Well, it's just a way of keeping a visual representation of what the brand Ladybird looks like. But because I have a professional background in advertising and marketing, I found that a lot of people don't understand what the skills are in building a brand and market. So what we do, which I found has actually given me business and given me attention, is that I just put up a topic. Like, for example, next week, Wednesday, I'll post it. I have a topic called Jackpa, your brand Jackpa. You know, you just have a lighthearted mind of talking about business tips in brand building and advertising and marketing communications. In Nigeria, for example, the concept of Jackpa is that people should leave the country. So I'm trying to write on that concept in a funny way to say, look, you don't have to leave the country to Jackpa. Your brand can travel, especially with the internet nowadays. So it's just a way of getting people to think about what they can do to build their personal brand as well as their corporate brands. And so that's what it's about. I can get the flyer, I'll post it before I go, but that's a little bit of what. So I take them through different topics. Sometimes I just talk about what are the tips for example, creating visibility for the next half of the year. What have you done differently? Or have you used colors? You know, for SMEs, you know, SME branding is totally different from multinational branding because you don't have the same budgets. So you try and explain those type of differentiations. So I hope that helps a bit.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Wow. Okay, I like it. If you can post your flyer, we would love to see it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this. And thank you, Madam, for sharing those. It was very useful. Thank you.
Thank you. You're muted, Frida, but I think you're saying something.
No, I said fantastic.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma.
Rosie Almeida says that trust and integrity builds trust by being reliable, honest, and transparent in all your dealings. Follow through on promises and commitments. I think that also tracks back to what Frida was sharing about people that need to be believable. They need to believe, and you need to back it up with what you promised that you were going to do. Ibilola says that she attends events that align with her focus, goals, and aspirations. That is a perspective. Yeah, there's definitely a perspective. You need to, and also it tracks back to knowing your value proposition and what is it that you're offering in order to attend events that are relevant to your business and not just be everywhere. Especially in today's world, there's so many conferences, so many events, and instead of us overspending ourselves and being in all of them, we need to be very sure of what is it that we're offering and who's going to be in the room so we can then cater and package our services in a way that is sellable. I'm not sure if we have any more questions or suggestions or experiences. This is really good, ladies. Thank you so much for sharing. These are very good pointers. Alrighty. I think we covered.
Fantastic. I see 3 new messages. I attend events that are aligned with my focus, goals, and aspirations. Very well. Okay. Like and comment on their socials, especially LinkedIn. Yeah, that's a very good one. That's the 30 minutes plan. Okay. By being reliable, honest, and transparent in all our dealings. Fantastic. These are very good. Okay. Awesome. So I have a question for the ladies in the room. I'd like to see how many of you in the room are certified. If you're certified with us, just raise up your hand and let's see. All right. Oh, Ibilola, that's you. Thank you for joining us.
Kulani.
All right.
Lucia.
Lucia really wants to be certified, but she's in Uganda. Register a company in Kenya. Yeah.
I do.
Register a company in Kenya. We are neighbors. And then you certify that company.
Why don't you satisfy Ugandans?
It's a process, and we need to have enough we need to have enough organizations in your country that are interested in increasing their spend on women. So as soon as that happens, then we can open Uganda, because we don't want to give you a false promise.
Now, I kindly request you put down for me the requirements, what we need to prepare so that we also get a what? A branch in Uganda.
Okay, so we have identified that, and we are keeping an eye on how many people from Uganda are registering, which organizations are interested, because it takes a bit of time. It's a process. So when that time comes, we are definitely going to share. Thank you.
Do you mean like me, how I registered? Those ones who are doing business, it depends on that.
No, there is women-owned business, which is you. All right. You are a woman who owns a business, but we need to connect you to a corporate. For us to connect you to, so we need to have enough corporates that are saying we want women-owned businesses in Uganda. When that happens, then we can open Uganda.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Fantastic, thank you. I see Ibilola. Ibilola's hand is up as a certified woman business enterprise. Please share with us what your experience has been. And then we're going to come to you, Vimbanishe. How do I get certified? I'm in South Africa. Ibilola, you're welcome. Ibi, in case you're speaking, we can't hear you yet. Permission to speak granted.
I don't think she's trying to speak. I think she was just raising her hand to say she's certified.
Okay. So I was inviting her to share with us her experience.
Oh.
Ibilola, can you hear us?
She says she's speaking.
Oh, okay. No, we don't hear you.
I think she also dropped.
She may need to drop out and come back in. And while that is happening, there was a question in the chat of how do I certify? Do you want to take that, Jessica?
Yes, I'm just trying to open the website.
Okay, and Ibi is coming back. Thank you for joining us. This is We Connect International Business Clinics. And today we are talking about marketing strategies to increase your success at corporate bids. Feel free to share with us in the chat your name and your business, what you do for your business. And if you have any question for us regarding being a We Connect member, we are happy to answer. Ibilola is back. Ibilola, if you can hear me, could you share with us your experience as a certified businesswoman? Okay, that's a music break.
Ibilola, I think I hear your background, so try and say something. Oh, okay. I think she had to.
Her microphone is not blinking, so it must be something with her sound.
Yeah, maybe connection. So Vimbanashe, I'll first ask you if you're registered with We Connect International, because that's the first step. And then after registration, you then qualify for certification. Registration is a free process. So it just, sorry, did someone say anything?
No.
Yes, I'm registered. This is Wimba Inashe speaking. Yes, I am registered. I am registered with you. We Connect. I've just gone through my emails to just check that. Yeah, and I remember we successfully registered. So I think the next step is just the certification part.
Mm-hmm. So the certification process, obviously, I think in the beginning, Frida was actually mentioning that you need, it's a bit more lengthy in terms of answering questions about your business, making sure that your documents are in order. Some of your documents, I think, tracking back to 2 or 3 years back, and making sure that you upload them onto the platform. And after that, there's a fee for $350. Correct me if I'm wrong, Frida.
That's correct.
$350 that is valid for 3 years. Correct?
Correct.
So once that fee is paid, then you have access to all the benefits and all the markets that we're in, and we'll make sure that you're connected to other corporates and member buyers as well, because then it's proven that you are a corporate that is ready to do business in that regard. But I'll also be sharing a link to our website so you can follow a bit of what the process is, and also my email in case you find any difficulties in the process. I then can assist you in a one-to-one situation.
Would you like me
All
to
right.
share the
Thank you
website?
very much. I think I understand all of that. Thank you very much. I think I'll just be looking forward to taking the new steps to get registered. And I think I'm also looking forward to hear the stories of other people that are registered, as in how their journeys have been so far. Thank you.
Okay. There were 2 hands that went up.
Sorry?
Thank you, everyone. There were 2 hands that went up. There was Ibilola's hand. Who else is in the room that has certified that would like to share their story? And Ibilola is back.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. How are you this morning?
Very well, thank you. So sorry, I was trying to speak from my laptop, but it just wasn't working. I want to say a big thank you to WeConnect for being a fantastic body for women-owned businesses. I've been part of WeConnect since it started in Nigeria. And I also joined WeConnect in Europe as well when I was in London, and very much engaged in the Europe and Nigerian WeConnect. I'm on the council of the WeConnect in Nigeria as well. One thing WeConnect has done for me is encouraged me to work more closely with corporate WeConnect members as well as WBEs. So, I mean, I think it's important that we spend time on the WeConnect platform, getting to know where the opportunities are, who the corporate members are, and attending all the supplier diversity workshops that relate to our business hopes and aspirations. WeConnect has helped me attend several opportunities like Procter & Gamble, Unilever, Moody's, ExxonMobil. I'm currently in an ExxonMobil contracting process at the moment. It requires a lot of persistence after the event. So, I mean, you could start off like attending the events, but it's the work you do after the events, following up on key persons who attended the events, understanding the structure of the corporates, what the contracting process looks like, the timing, the focus groups, all the certifications you're required to have. I mean, with ExxonMobil, we needed 2 extra certifications. We had everything apart from 2 certifications. So we had to go out of our way to accelerate acquiring those 2 certifications so that we would qualify for the pre-qualification. So beyond attending the events and beyond engaging, we really, really need to know what our gaps are. We need to be brutally honest with ourselves and our team that these are the areas where we need to close our gaps. And then I realized that because the contracting tickets are sometimes very high, they don't really want to deal with single organizations. They're looking for partnerships, strategic alliances, and joint ventures. So you need to audit your own business vis-a-vis the pre-qualification requirements and find out which gaps you have and which WBEs or which other companies that are women-focused have the gaps, can provide the requirements in the gap areas you have. And I think that's where a lot of work is required. We're always trying to pitch to corporates, but we don't really audit ourselves well enough to know that we need to work with other WBEs. The more compact and the more robust your value proposition to a corporate is, the more likely they would want to work with you. They don't want to do too much work helping you get to the standard they're looking for. They want you to have done the work. And I want to say a big thank you to WeConnect. And I want to encourage people who are not WBEs to go through the process, because the process of becoming a WBE itself is something that builds capacity, capability, and competence of you and your team and your business. And then attending the supplier diversity programs and listening to what the requirements from the corporates are helps you also close more gaps. And it's just a continuous journey of development and closing gaps all the way. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thank you so much, Ibilola. I think hearing from the horse's mouth is the best type of testimony you can get. And it answers a lot of questions as well for the women in the room. Thank you for sharing your experience. That was really, really a good insight. Would anyone like to share a bit more of like the experience? If you're registered or certified, if you're part of the WE community, please feel free to take it away.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Freda. Thank you, Jessica. Good morning to everyone in the room. My experience is that I have been with WeConnect for a long time. I've attended a lot of seminars and trainings, and I was a little bit hesitant about certification. But with the procurement program, I am more convinced that I need that certification. And I have actually started the process. I have been uploading my company documents and I'm on it. But my question now is, do we really need the DUNS certification? Because I've seen it that it's a requirement. How do I get the DUNS number? Is it required? Thank you.
Last time somebody asked that question and we checked. Okay, Ibilola wants to answer. Ibilola, carry on.
Okay, so I would just like to state that to work with ExxonMobil, you need a DUNS number. And there's quite a few multinationals that have that as a minimum requirement. And to be honest with you, subjecting yourself to certifications is a continuous improvement process. You never know who would need it. And it's not something you can get in a week or two. So it's better to acquire these certifications upfront, such that as and when required, you are already compliant. So for ExxonMobil, it was the minimum requirements.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for the answer. For me, we're already working with ExxonMobil, but I don't know if it is this same platform. We already have a contract with ExxonMobil, and I don't know about the DUNS, but we have a contract with them. Thank you very much.
So there's a couple of things. One, on the website, it will ask you for a DUNS, and HQ said that if you don't have it and you're not operating outside Nigeria, for a start, you can skip it. Try and skip it. If you skip it and it asks you a question, it doesn't get you through, send a screenshot to us so that we can follow up with them. But I like what Ibilola says. She says that let us just prepare ourselves for any opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All righty.
And I think I have a couple of minutes left. If anyone would like to share a bit more or ask a question about registration, certification, please feel free to pause it in the chat or, sorry.
Hi, Lucia.
Hi, Lucia.
I was asking about the October event. The October, where is it going to take place? Another question, is it going to be paid for us who are not members? Do we qualify to go there, or it is just for you, the members from the 3 countries?
Thank you. That's a great question. The event is happening on the 8th and 9th of October in South Africa, Johannesburg, just to make it easier for anyone to access, because it's a country that has a lot of traffic in and out. So it's going to be happening in Johannesburg. We have options for tickets. So when it comes to the We Community, so if you're part of the We Community, either you're registered or certified, you get a discount. You obviously have access to the best deals, and we'll make sure that you're not paying the full amount and you're having the best bargain you can have. So I'm assuming, since you're not from a certified country, but you're still registered and you're part of the We Community, that will count for something. Please don't lose hope. That will count for something. And the early bird tickets will be out next in a couple of weeks, actually. So please stay tuned, and we'll make sure that we assist you and make sure that you're here with us. Lucia, you have to be here. You've been consistent. You've been very much consistent. We want you here with us.
You pray for me.
I hope that answered your question. Thank you.
Okay, apart from that, if I have my fellow members and they would like to go, yet not We Connect, they have not even registered here, do you allow them? They pay for themselves the full amount if they're interested to go? Or you need only We Connect members?
No, it's the conference is open for women-owned businesses and women business enterprises. So your members definitely, if they're women, they own a business and they're operating in the market, they're definitely welcome to join us at this conference. It's not limited to We Connect members. You just have priority, but it's not limited.
Okay. So now give us the information and I pass it to them when you are ready with all the information about the event. But there might be some people who might want to go, although they are not members of We Connect.
All right, no problem. You'll be hearing from me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Just something to add on what Jessica has shared, Lucia. When you speak to your members about coming to South Africa, remember this is a supplier and diversity inclusion conference, which means the buyers are going to be corporate buyers. So you want to work with the women that are going to come to see what do they have that a corporate would need. Like Ibilola has said, that it's good to have strategic partnerships. So you can come women who already have products and services that are aligned to member buyers. And remember, it's not a sales conference. It's a conference. It's a learning conference. We're going to have, we're going to visit some of the corporations, and then there's going to be safari for those that want to go on safari before they go back to their countries. Okay?
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
Very welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, back to you, Jess.
Hello.
Ellen.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Jessica. I just have a question for you. I think I got to know you, We Connect, I think it was last year, if not the year before, in South Africa when there was a conference here. And we did manage to interact with some of the corporates. We were brought in by GEP, I think, as women-owned businesses under their database, and we were brought in there. But what I found out is that, for example, some of the corporate individuals that are brought to the events, and you speak with them and you share emails, and what can be done to ensure that there's follow through? Because sometimes you send emails, you communicate, there is no response whatsoever from those people, and you're just wondering, in the conference they make a lot of commitments to us as women-owned businesses, but when it comes to putting their putting action to their words, it really doesn't happen that way, and it becomes a frustration. I have to say, especially if you have those those corporates standing in front of us, making commitment, and then even sharing their email addresses and their contact details, and then afterwards you send email after email after email. There's no response whatsoever. I'm not sure how you can assist with that.
Okay. I'll try and assist with that, Helen. Now, I
think it
want
was
you to,
Vimba.
it was not
I
Helen.
think it was, no, it wasn't Ellen.
Okay, it was Vimba.
Vimba. Yeah.
Okay, Vimba. So, I'd like to help put this into context, all right? So you are a woman-owned business, and there's this corporate member buyer, and you go to an event, and the purpose of them being at the event is to show that they support women-owned businesses. They already have lots of suppliers, all right? But they're making room for us. So Ibilola alluded to it, but this is also part of our marketing and part of our building relationships. So number one, what do you need from that corporate? Number two, the person at the event is not necessarily the person who is the buyer of your product. So perhaps that's why they don't respond, although that is not an excuse. So what I recommend women to do is to do their market research. In the procurement, what I want to supply, who is the buyer? Because the user and the buyer of your product is the one who will be interested in you and is the one who will respond to you. But most importantly, if you're a certified member, what we're doing now as We Connect is we are doing factor industry visits. And an industry visit is saying that we are going to take women who are certified, who are in the sector that organization needs, and we are going to have a meeting with them. We are going to hear what their terms are and things like that to cultivate that relationship. So that's why we encourage you to register and certify, so that when we're looking to go to Unilever and we do our search on the portal and we see Unilever is looking for women who are in XYZ sectors. If your name pops up, then we invite you for that industry visit. We go and visit them. We get to know, when do they open their RFQs? When are they taking orders? What kind of orders are they looking for? How can we organize and structure ourselves so that we get it? I learned that from an organization that I'm a supplier for here in Kenya. They do that for us within their organization. And I got the wisdom that we can do that in our countries with our women-owned businesses. So the first step I encourage you is to certify, because that gives you access. And then we have access because they are our partner. When we say we have 10, 20 women who are in this supply chain that want to come and visit you, they will open the doors for us. After saying that, I also like to encourage women to do their business development. And your business development means you look at how much does the organization need to make, what are the products and services that you have, so that you have a good mix of products and you're not getting frustrated when you're waiting for a corporate bid. Because you cannot have all your eggs in one corporate, you understand? So let's do a market research, let's do a business development, let's certify and go for these industry visits to increase our chances. I hope that helps, Vimba.
I have something to share.
Yes, Madam Lucia.
Now, about that, last time, as you know, Madam Frida, I went to South Africa. But the challenge I got as someone, me making sweaters, I went there when the cold season was over. And I'm also worried because we went around October. I don't know whether this time it might be good for me to go. That is my question also. And another idea, if possible, if you register the people who are going, I think this should have been good for every company or each person to identify which person or company you want to visit. For example, like me, I make school sweaters. I would like to meet schools, to go to schools, to show them to show them my work, my products, maybe corporate companies like that. maybe these malls like that, because each of the members, I think they have their own business and products, so that if they are visits there, someone can go direct to someone she's matching with. That is my suggestion.
And Lucia, I like your suggestion. What we are going to do when people are registering, before people register, remember I said our website is open, all right? Our website is open, and I want to see if I can quickly go there. You must learn to use it, because you get information there to make a decision before you even come to South Africa with us. What the weather will be like is something we can answer for you right now, because Jessica is in South Africa. Jessica, what is the weather like? What is the weather like in October?
In
Well,
October.
I try to get our website up. Yes.
Well, if climate changes don't get in the way, it should be somewhere between summer and end of winter. We should be in summer already. So yes, it will be a good, not too cold weather. I can guarantee that, because now we're freezing. So you'll be fine by then.
But
I see
remember,
Tobekile.
go ahead. I like the way she's
Tobekile,
laughing.
your hand is up. Yes.
Thank you so
October is
much.
good. Mhm.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm Tobekile Dlamini from here in South Africa.
Yes.
Though I joined late because of other commitment on the other side, but so far from the few minutes that I've been in, I've already got some good lessons. But my question is one, though I've got the email address for South Africa, but is it possible to share your offices, maybe Jessica, as I've heard that you are in South Africa, so that I can pop in? I've registered on the website, I guess 2 years ago or during COVID time. I can't recall, but I need some few guidance in terms of certification process, as well as when are you gonna be advertising the event that is coming in October, so that I share with my other business associates, the women business associates. Thank you. Thank you so much. Really, it's been fruitful. These 4 steps that have been shared, like the market research, business development, and industry visit, it really, it hit somewhere to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you Tobekile. Frida.
I'm liking the conversation, and that is why we have these sessions. And ladies, I can't overemphasize it. Please be friends with our website. Be friends with our website, get the information, and don't do it when you're in a rush, because women, we always have multiple things we are doing. So things like that, you take off the day that is your off day, and just block an hour, go to register women-owned businesses, read that, go to member buyers, find out which member buyers are in which country, and then if you're certified, you get access to the opportunities that I've shared. I see Helen's hand up. Helen C.
Yeah, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Helen.
Thank you.
Morning.
Yeah,
Good morning.
I don't know how to express myself. I'm really happy I am here. Yeah, from the UPS program up till now, I've always attended, but I have these fears. Like I've registered, but I'm not yet certified. And then I'm going through the fee for certification, and I'm wondering how I'm going to go about that. But I remember that Madam Frida told us, don't look your business too small. And I am looking at that, and I don't know how to go about it. And then the other lady that spoke, Madam, is it Ibina? I can't remember the name, but
Brenda or Ella?
No, not Brenda. Ibina from Nigeria.
Ibilola. I think it was
Yes,
Ibilola.
Ibilola. Yes,
Ibilola.
Ibilola.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
While
Yeah.
she was speaking, when she was mentioning some certifications, you need this, you need that. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to, I don't know. I just need, I don't know. I think I need to be held on the hands to move, because I've not really been in the corporate, but it is something I would love to be fully involved in. So I don't know how to go about it.
Jump in the water and swim.
That's what I was about to say.
And the beautiful thing is that you're in Nigeria. Ibilola is in Nigeria. She's a council advisor. So the key thing that I know about communities is, in a community, we support one another. But I also know that when you're going to do something for the first time, it is normal to feel fear. So I'm not telling you jump and swim blindly. Like I said, and I'm reiterating, you know your business. What are the strengths of your business? Go to our website. Before you go to our website, who are you currently supplying? So that when you go to our website and you look at the member buyers, who are the corporates you're likely to supply, you try to connect. I could be able to supply this one, I could be able to supply this one. So when you're certifying, you're certifying from an informed position, so that even as we are working with you, the expectation is managed. I joined because I want access to EY, I want access to ExxonMobil, I can supply this and the other. I have supplied this other company and they look like ExxonMobil. Am I making sense? And that is wisdom for any business, not just for joining any group, not just for joining WeConnect. So just like you're encouraging Lucia that first she needs to do her research with her buyers, with her members in her association, to see if what they're supplying is aligned to what the member buyers are likely to buy before making that journey. And also, we don't have those member buyers, people who have made a commitment in Uganda yet. So if you come, you're coming for the people in South Africa, maybe the people in Kenya and Nigeria who are going to get there. So this is not to discourage you, but to give you information to make an informed decision. Thank you.
I'd just like to go back a little bit to Tobekile. If you could please email the South Africa address and then the Africa coordinator email address, and we can schedule a meeting. I think we can assist you better, even physically or online, whatever works for you. We'll make it work and assist you in that process. Thank you so much for your question. Helen, about paying for certification. One thing I've learned as an entrepreneur myself is that money that pays you to pay or to put onto something, you need to invest into something that you'll see long term. Because you'll pay for something, trust me, those $350 will go to something, either electricity or transport or something, it will finish, it will end. And you won't see anything long term. Be like, oh yeah, that was nice. But if you invest in something that is you can see, because we are visual creatures. We need to see where our money went. And if you put it on certification or whatever it is that you're trying to invest in, you need to be able to look back and be like, okay, the money's there. I just need to start leveraging that thing that I paid for. So that's my 2 cents on that. We have we don't have any more minutes actually. If anyone would like to say anything, this is the moment. Or forever hold your peace. But in the meantime, I want to run some announcements. So keep your eyes on your emails. As of next week, we'll be sending out our newsletter. Someone asked on the chat if we're gonna share the recordings of the session. Yes, not only this session, but also the first session of the business clinics, which was very insightful, and the Africa Dialogues that happened on the 13th of June. So you're gonna get all the recordings that are obviously on YouTube, but you're gonna get the links and you'll be able to see and look at it on your own time, as well as upcoming events. And I can share a bit of them with you right now. We have our next Africa Dialogues on the 11th of July. Please make sure you sign up and register on time. We have an amazing speaker coming in to talk about the topic that interests all of us, procurement success. So the topic will be related to that. Make sure you sign up, you register, and be a part of it, 11th of July. And then we're going to also have 2 other sessions of the WeConnect Business Clinics on the first week of the month, Don't forget, every first Friday of the month, and then the third week, that third Friday of the month. Those are our two announcements. Follow us on social media, guys. I don't see you. I really don't see you. I need to see you. Make sure you follow us on LinkedIn at WeConnect International in Africa, so you can stay tuned with everything that we're doing and also build a community that side. We've mentioned LinkedIn a lot of times here in our tips and our hacks on marketing success. So let's connect on LinkedIn as well, so we can all be on the same page. Those are my announcements. I don't know if Frida, you would like to add anything? Okay. You're muted, but I think you're saying all right.
I'll say bye-bye. And if you're stuck for any reason, please make sure you contact us. Again, if you go to our website, you'll just click on our pictures and the email will come to us. So don't walk alone. We are here to serve you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies. Have an amazing weekend. Make sure that you go to our website, learn more. Thank you for joining us. You were all amazing. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.